We are back with the third chat show with an industry and academia expert to help you explore your options and make informed decision about your career. Either at home or at office, we all like our space to be well designed as per our requirements and personality. It is the interior designer which designs your living space as per your requirement and personality. It is not only the art, but also a science of enhancing the interior of living space to achieve a healthier and more aesthetically pleasing environment for the people. The field of interior design is constantly evolving with new trends and technologies emerging all the times. And to talk about that, I am glad to have my guest, Mr. Anand Bohra. He's an entrepreneur, an interior designer, a professor who believes in sustainability and spreading the knowledge to the upcoming world and future generation in the world of design. He has an experience of industry knowledge of more than 5 years and teaching he's been teaching from past 4 years. He also does his fine detail concrete pottery and aesthetic art in the real world. He keeps the multidisciplinary approach to design the 21st century concepts and ideas, and he, as a designer, styles the interior as well as the fashion taste to the latest development in the world. Thank you, Anand, for joining us today. We are glad to have you on the show.
Thank you so much for this amazing session for people to understand what is interior design as an industry.
Thank you, Anand. So let's get started. Viewers, if you have any questions, please drop your questions in the comment, Anand, and I will try to answer the same. So, Anand, coming back to your journey, we would like to know how did you get started in the field?
All right, it's a very big story where I was not planning to do interior design, but I was planning to hold a spoon in my hand or a fork in my hand to be as a chef or be as a cooking stylist. But due to some situations where I had to step in into the interior industry and support my parents for exposure of the business, and so I started with interior design, doing my diplomas, doing my degree course, and I accomplished by working with. Lot of multidisciplinary designers from small to the bigger scale, from a basic to the luxury part. And yeah, I have a been taken forward about the contracting, the licensing, the design part, the execution, product design, multiple parts where it has been taken forward, where I am here today for as an interior designer, and I teach in college also.
Superb, Anand. And I must say, at such a young age, you have achieved so many things. Uh, so, Anand, coming to the second question, what qualification is required to be an interior designer? And there are any entrance exam for the same?
All right. So as an to accomplish your interior design, you have a lot of diploma courses. You have a lot of certificate programs in the industry, and plus you have the major part. It is a degree course where it is a must, where a student should have a degree in his hand as a part of the industry experience. So where you step in into the education part, where I suggest each and every student who wants to pursue for 2 years has to have a bachelor in vocational studies of interior design, which is a degree program, and we also have a BSc in interior design. But as in Mumbai part, where we have a lot of colleges which give us the degree program, whereas in Mumbai there are around 6 to 7 colleges where they give us the degree program, where it is a 3 year program, and it has a vast syllabus where it completes and accomplishes the particular minimal to maximum studies, where it will be helpful for the student to understand in the design industry, and then then he steps out to the industry for practicing. He is comfortable enough to work into it. So it's a 3 year program where it completes the degree, and it completes the syllabus part. So for the entrance exam, there is a small aptitude test taken forward for the interior design admissions. So it is a very basic part, and it's a very easy term.
Great. So, Anand, I believe so. Any stream, art, science, commerce students can join this interior designing course, or there are any specifications to that?
Yeah, there are no specifications. An arts, science, or commerce student can join the interior industry, but the compulsion is he has to complete his 12th. Post 12th, he can start his bachelor's in interior design or BVOK in interior design. So I ultimately I'm teaching in Thakur College of Architecture, where we have VWOC in interior design. So it's a 3 year interior design program.
Great. So students, if you are from arts, science or commerce background, this field is open for all of you. And if you have interest in interior designing, please, give your aptitude test and join the course. So, Anand, every course requires certain skills. So what skills do you think are most important for success in the field of interior designing?
Um, the skills are, see, taking my background, I was not the person to hold a pencil and start drawing on the paper, on the piece of paper. So where you understand nowadays, there are a lot of courses of understanding the sketching skills, intermediate test. You have a sketching part, you have learned a lot of perspectives, a lot of the sketching part, rendering parts. So if you are not compatible enough to understand the sketching part or to have some skills, you are eligible to join for the course for interior design, where from the first year we start with the basic. As a professor, I understand that when I take it up as a first student, so he doesn't know how to hold a pencil, how to rotate the pencil, how to draw a straight line. So taking up this part where he has to have a hold in the first year, first semester, where he understands all the basic terminologies. If he doesn't know about the backdrop of the skill part, if he doesn't know to hold a pencil, if he doesn't know how to sketch, if he knows, well and good for the person to understand the interior part. If doesn't know, we are here to help the students out to for the good exposure for the drafting part and understand the design part.
Superb, Anand. So I think the minimum skills are required, and I think professors are like you will handhold them to and teach them the nitty-gritties of interior designing. Thank you, Anand, for that answer. And Anand, completing BSc in the interior designing. So I'm sure there would be further specializations as well. So are there any specialization in interior designing like residential design or a commercial design or something else? If you can throw some light on that.
Yeah, yeah. So, like taking up the academics, where a student is joining up the degree course, where it is a 3 year program. So we also make the student understand the basics and the technicality and to the good standard level of residentials, commercials, hospitality, retail. A lot of projects we work in the complete 3 year program, because it runs as per the semester pattern. And if the person wants to specialize post the degree course, he can do interior styling, he can do product design, he can do set design. He can also be a specialist for residential design, commercial design, or hospitality, because there are a lot of designers in Mumbai where they are only specialized for certain terms. Where just giving an example, if you know the Minibut is only into hospitality design. So she only designs lounges, cafes, bars in Mumbai itself. So it is not a specific term that if I do interior design, I have to compulsory do all the criteria and categories. I can do my own term, which I have an interest for it. So
All right.
there is
So there are
for it.
right. So there are multiple
Yeah.
specialization where student can opt for. So, Anand, what advice do you have for someone who is interested in pursuing or already pursuing a career in interior designing? So basically the advice for your students or a prospective students.
I would advise where a person is a student is already into interiors, he's studying interiors, maybe in the mid of second year or mid of the academic year. I want the person to understand the market strategies, because each and every day there is a new material in the market, which is very important for us to understand when we execute, when we work on site with the contractors team, with the laborers, because they are much clever than us to understand the material knowledge. So we should understand the practicality, the prices, the materials costing, the latest material entering into the industry. So as a designer, we should have a picture, we should have the signature ready that we have these materials in the market. We have this designs innovated in the part. Can it be contemporary? Can it be any classic theme? Any modern? What is in the trend? So you should have a brief knowledge, and in case you have a good family background up to interior design, you are beneficial for that for this family part. So as a student, you will also have a support of the family where they are already into interiors. If not, you can have a coordination with all the vendors, and being in touch with the professors especially. So because they are already a practicing interior designers, plus they teach in college. It is not about that only professors will only teach, they do not do practice. Because as a professor, I am also practicing into in the industry, rather it be residential, commercial, hospitality, whatever. So we know what is the latest design, latest trends. So if in touch with the faculty or any contractor in the market or any vendor, you will be more, it will be more easier for the student to understand. Okay, this is the part where saw this thing at this place. So I would rather incorporate my design into this part. It will be easier for the person to understand. And I see in my 3-year program, he is little strong enough to, like, yes, I'm confident enough to work in the interior industry right now, and so I accomplish as an interior designer.
Great. So, keeping the trend, keeping the check of the trend, as well as communication skills that you highlighted, that you should communicate and keep in touch with your professors, mentors, and have industry knowledge. That's what the advice that I take from here. And you just spoke about about the creativity part and maintaining the practicality. So what are your thoughts on balancing the creativity and practicality in your work as an interior designer? So what advice would you like to give it to your students?
So, as you complete your interior design, so it is not only about where you only practice into interior design industry as a designer. Because I would suggest a student, after completing the interior design, surely practice with a good designer. He understands the what are the strategies, what are the formats they should start. Like example, if I'm starting with one of the site, how it starts with like a lighting part, with the ceiling part, with the furniture design, or a flooring. So a person should understand what are the strategies. Plus, if he's working on site, he should have some extra caliber where he is in the term. If he's very much smart enough to understand the arts and the design part, he should do multiple activities. Whereas a designer, I am an interior designer, I am a professor, I do concrete pottery design, I do aesthetic arts. So it is a part where you have to enter your design not only into interior design, you can explore a design into multiple variations. So because design has no stop, design revolves in the circular form, so it never ends. So if he is good at some point, like if he's example he's into good at a, he's a good commercial artist, he's an artist, he can do walls, paintings. So he should explore all together with practicing into industry, plus an extra part as a artist.
Great, great. Uh, so Anand, we I think briefly talked about the networking and relationship. So what are your thoughts on what is the importance of building a network and a relationship in the industry, in the interior designing industry?
So network is the most primary part where, see, if you are going, like there are a lot of exhibitions happening in Mumbai every year. There are like 4 to 5 exhibitions, Ace Tech, Index exhibitions. So you meet a lot of designer. So where if you connect with maybe a designer, maybe a vendor, maybe an artist, you are interconnected. Because it is, as a designer, I need all the or like an artist, like a civil person, like a painter, like an a specialist, an interior stylist, or a wall artist. So I need to be connected to all of them. Because if I'm working in a bedroom, I will need a furniture designer, I need a wall artist, I need a wallpaper wala person, I need a curtain designer, I need a mirror designer. So there are a lot of things where it incorporates. So networking in Mumbai is very much easier right now to understand rather than other cities. But if you are exploring into, there are a lot of profiles where you work into LinkedIn. If you have a profile, you should have a profile into LinkedIn. So you connect with a lot of people, and interconnections makes the prospects very higher to earn a good amount of money, and plus building good contacts with good designers. So just an example, I recently had a we had a exhibition. It's an art exhibition where all the designers showcase their designs. It's not about the materials. So I recently visited in BKC. It was such an aesthetic design exhibition where what they designed they incorporated over there in the stalls. So like way I am a designer, there are designers, I connect with them. What are my abilities, what are their abilities, what are their requirements. So I work in that term and I connect with them. So that is the part where connection is very important.
Right. So students uh, attending exhibition, uh, please have a profile on LinkedIn These are the two important message which Anand gave us. And I think, yes, even I believe that's very important to have a good LinkedIn profile and, attending such exhibitions. So coming to the very, I would say a very important question. Can you share insight into the job market for interior designer?
Job market. So, as we have gone through the COVID situations right now, there are multiple designers stepping out from the colleges, from the institutes. So I see every year there are at least, if I had a batch where 60 designers are out in the industry right now from a class, from a college in a class. So example, if you count multiple colleges, there are at least 1,000, 2,000 designers passing out every year. So it is a big competition here, but right now because of the COVID situation we have passed on through, there are a lot of designers who are in need of a good designer, a good intern, and an artist where they are in need, like not a professional like a 5 years 10 years experience, but they also need some design as a part of job, a small artist, a small designer where he can incorporate into some specific terms. So, yeah, because I am, as a professor, I am experiencing that I am a third year class in charge. So, I give internships to a lot of students. So, I have a networking contacts about a lot of designers, artists. So, I am passing on through the students' profile through me to all the designers. So, the connection I'm building up is like the person is like example. I have recommended one of the students working in a bungalow design. They are specialized into bungalow design, and they are based in Goa. So they are specifically into bungalow designing, and I recommended the students as per his capability, how he works, how his criterias and his understandings are. So I have taken forward, and it incorporates equally as a part of a design.
Great, Anand. So I think it's you are doing a really good job of not only teaching but also providing internship, and that's really nice of you to do that. Any last advice for aspirants and to your students?
Okay. This is very important as a again a professor or interior designer, because being an interior designer, I explore a lot of social media stuff. So if you are on social media platform, you have see taking an experience when I was studying, I had no Instagram, I had no Facebook, I had no LinkedIn profile. Now it is a part where it is very much easier for the students in the beginning of the year to understand the design concepts, design part. The social media is a part where this the students can understand the futuristic design automatically. I don't have to explain the student like, okay, no, you have to take this concept and you have to take this element as a part. Sir, it is like the students come and explain me as in being into the social media part. So, okay, sir, I am incorporating these ideas. I have taken forward these ideas. So now students are very much pro. The social media is the biggest platform now to understand, not only checking out the Instagram stories and reels, but nowadays the designers and the artists and the design persons who are into interior design or architects, they post a lot of design part aesthetics into Instagram. So we should follow and we should incorporate our own skills into the social media platform, and we should connect with them on social media platform also. That is the best way right now. And nowadays the students have a very easy access to all the capabilities and possibilities. Like if they're sitting in the classroom, they can access to a lot of design part, just opening their laptops or their phones and exploring the designs.
Right. So, Anand, social media has transformed the life, and I guess few years back, which was not there, it is there. So, students, please, follow the interior designers or the particular artist, and you can get the hang of many designs by following them on the social media. Thank you so much, Anand. I hope this really helps the students, and thank you so much for giving your valuable time. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.